I have mentioned to you, you have few simple epithelium, simple columnar, simple cuboidal, simple cuboidal, columnar, squamous, and then you have another one is we have another one, only three simple columnar, cuboidal, and
Transitional.
squamous. What is
Transitional.
another one?
Transitional, right?
Hmm?
Transitional.
Transitional. Transitional is
Right.
stratified.
Oh, right.
Yeah, transitional is stratified. Did I miss another one? Columnar,
Pseudo-stratified.
yeah, correct. Pseudo-stratified columnar is under columnar, that one lah. Yeah, but we have basically only three lah. So the first one you can see there are few slides here. Okay, I open the aorta. Okay, this is case viewer. Case viewer ni is just like the microscope, but it's a software that already they already scan the slides. So it's easy for us to use for the presentation. If this is not inside the USM, then we are not able to teach you through online lah. It's quite difficult for us to teach you through online. So this is actually the slide of the aorta. Aorta is part of the largest blood vessels in the body lah. Okay, is the artery. So if you want to look, it's quite difficult. This is the tips. I will give it to you. The tips where you actually can look on the either on this outer part or in the internal part, because you have to know that the epithelium is actually covering the surface. So it's not going to be in the middle. Okay, it's going to covering the outer part or the internal part of the organ. So this is the aorta. If it's not here, it's going to be here. So try to focus in the internal part. Okay, on the internal part. Okay, you can see here, this is actually one it's not much because the epithelium is distracted during the preparation of the slides. You can see here, this is one type of the simple squamous epithelium where the nucleus bulging. Okay, nucleus bulge. Okay, the nucleus bulge is not very clear because once I enlarge the image, then you have problem on seeing it clearly lah. Okay, so this is a bulging nucleus. Okay, where you can't see the cytoplasm at the periphery because it's very small in amount and it's flattened. Okay, that one is one here, another one. Okay, then here it's a little bit inside, but it's actually because of the overlapping of the tissue. Okay, it's not much actually. It is continuously covering the rest of the internal surface of the aorta. Okay, and it's known also as the endothelial cells. It has special function in blood vessels where it actually can produce certain chemicals that can help in dilatation of blood vessels. Alright. Wait, okay. Here got more. Okay, then you can see here. This one is very clear. You can still view a little bit of cytoplasm at the periphery. Okay, but still, how you want to identify is by looking at the nucleus lah. The nucleus is basophilic stain. Okay, this is the eosinophilic stain. The pink color is actually eosinophilic stain lah. Then you have this nucleus is more on basophilic staining, more purplish. Okay, then that is the nucleus of the simple squamous. Here another one, here another one, but it's not clear because of the overlapping of the tissue preparation. Okay, some of the cells here you might confuse with epithelium. Okay, because it also looks like the simple squamous epithelium. This is smooth muscle cell. Okay, this is smooth muscle. Okay, don't be confused. Please remember what I have mentioned to you. Epithelium must be on the surface. Alright? Okay, can you get it?
Yes,
Oh, sorry.
doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Sorry, I stopped sharing. Okay, good. Then if you can understand that, it's good. So we go to the other slide. Okay, we go to the other slide. I need to close this first. How do I close? Okay. Okay, then the next slide. Actually, if you want to look at the ovary of the human, okay, most of the ovary of the human, the one that we sectioned, usually, the one that come from the elderly lah, which is the where is the ovary? Okay, here, which comes actually from the ovary of the elderly, which on the surface of this ovary, you can see the most of it is simple squamous epithelium, but basically the inside the ovary they are actually lined by simple cuboidal. Okay, okay, this is simple cuboidal. So this ovary maybe belong to around 40 plus each, maybe lah, because I can see a lot of cuboidal epithelium here. This is simple cuboidal epithelium where you can find the nucleus is rounded. The nucleus is rounded here, and a little bit of cytoplasm at the periphery here, and you can see on the inferior part lah. By right, it's going to be more equal distribution, but doesn't matter. It's difficult for you to identify inside the slides because of the tissue preparation, destruction or whatever. But basically, you look at the nucleus very round. Okay, okay, very bulging. It's not like the one that you mentioned just now is transitional. Transitional is different. Okay, I will show to you what is different transitional dengan cuboidal, because cuboidal you have very few cytoplasm at the periphery, but transitional cytoplasm at the periphery is very uh, large in amount lah. So this is the simple cuboidal epithelium. So this is the basal lamina of the simple cuboidal epithelium. You can't see clearly inside this case viewer, because once you enlarge, you have to just like microscope slide, you have to put all to make it more clearer lah. But basal membrane is very thin, you can't differentiate. Only in the diagrammatic representation, then sometimes you can differentiate the basal membrane. So the other cells are not epithelium. Okay, so this is the simple cuboidal. But you can also actually found that on the superficial surface here still have simple squamous epithelium. Okay, simple squamous with the nucleus a little bit bulging here, flattened nucleus. Okay, I hope you can appreciate the difference of the nucleus here. Okay, and also the nucleus of the simple cuboidal epithelium. Okay, so this is around 40, maybe because it start to change into the simple squamous epithelium. So in elderly, usually the coverings of the ovary is going to be covered by the simple squamous epithelium lah. Okay, so nice view of the simple cuboidal epithelium. Okay, simple cuboidal epithelium. From the lower magnification also you can differentiate actually. Okay, how is the appearance of this, and what is the appearance of the simple squamous epithelium here. So there is already a mixture. So okay, this is the ovary lah. Okay, doesn't matter at this stage, you don't have to identify the organ yet. Okay, unless you are in second year, then you can identify the rest of the organ. Okay, the next simple cuboidal, simple squamous. Okay, another skin is stratified. Okay, we go towards the wait. I want to show to you simple columnar epithelium. Simple columnar is inside the simple stratified columnar respiratory. Okay, secretory duct or urethral gland. What else? Simple columnar. Do we have ejaculatory duct here? No. Ovary, Genital, ileum. The sini ejaculatory duct. Oh yeah, got another one structure. Possibly the gallbladder. Wait, is it? Yeah. Okay, this is gallbladder. Okay, sorry, uh I direct go towards the surface. Okay, this is the internal surface of the gallbladder. Okay, the internal surface of the gallbladder. Okay, so Razina, can you admit the other person in the lobby? Can, right? Boleh Razina?
Already admit them. Boleh.
Boleh kan? Alright,
Boleh,
good.
doktor. Boleh.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so here you can see very clear, but not that clear lah, not that as clear as just now, because the nucleus is not that intensely stained. Sometimes because of the preparation of the staining during the tissue preparations, it's not very good. So the stain lightly. Okay, so this is the simple columnar. You can see the basal lamina here. Okay, this one is quite clear. You can see the basal lamina of the simple columnar epithelium here. This is the you can see the cell is taller. Okay, taller than they are actually wide, and you can see the elongated nucleus where the axis is parallel to this epithelium. It's parallel to the axis of the epithelium lah. Then you can see it's elongated. Okay, here, okay. Okay, here it's actually more on towards at the base. Okay, if you see here, the nucleus is more on towards at the basal part of the epithelium, and at the more apical area. Okay, at the apex is more. It contains a lot of cytoplasm. Okay, and this one contains villi. Okay, this is the surface modification of a certain epithelium. Sometimes they have villi, they have microvilli. Okay, so microvilli, branch border, whatsoever type of surface modification. Sometimes you can't identify the difference inside the normal microscope appearance. Okay, so this is the villi where it is actually going to produce inside the gallbladder. It is going to produce the bile. Okay, so this villi is actually in microvilli is need to for it to push the secretion towards the lumen of the gallbladder lah, right? So here you can see from this one is very clear, where you can see all the nucleus at the same side. Okay, dia berbaris. It is on the same axis. It is at the base of the epithelium lah. And then you can see very small finger here is just the villi or macrovilli lah. Okay, then the cytoplasm. Okay, so this is the basal lamina. It's clear here. Okay, because this is the area of the lamina propria, okay, of this epithelium. Because lamina propria, sometimes they are made of loose connective tissue, a lot of loose connective tissue, so they are not well stained when there is a lot of loose connective tissue, so you can differentiate the basal lamina line here. Okay, this is not epithelium. Okay, the epithelium is, again, I mentioned to you, covering the lining of the interior part or the outer part of the organ. Of course, gallbladder is rounded in nature, okay, but we already cut through the organ. Okay, we cannot put the whole of this, let's say gallbladder this size into the slide. So you have to understand. During the preparation of the tissue, we cut through some of the organ and we put onto the slide. That you have to understand how it actually happens to be as small as this. Okay, so actually at the outer part of the gallbladder you should have some simple squamous epithelium, but it's actually some part of gallbladder is covered by the mesothelium. Okay, mesothelium is simple squamous epithelium. Okay, this is one type of simple squamous epithelium. Simple, okay, one layer, but simple squamous you can't see clearly the basal lamina. Okay, not much okay. Okay, one here. It's the same characteristic, okay, with the other simple epithelium. Alright, we go to what else? You have seen the simple columnar, simple cuboidal, simple squamous. Okay, for pseudo-stratified, pseudo-stratification, okay, you want to look at the pseudo-stratification. It's still simple columnar, but it is looks like there is stratification. So it's known as the pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. We have to look at the respiratory system. Where is the respiratory system? This is really specific. I don't really like to look at the slide with this one. Sometimes we better go to the other organs. Larynx, frontal section. Larynx, we have to try to focus on certain area. Where is it? Is this it? No, this is not columnar. This is stratified. Okay, you can just look at it. This is stratified squamous. Okay, stratification. Okay, ada stratification. Quite a lot of epithelium. Quite a lot of layers. Um, with stratification, and at the superficial most is the most mature one. Is the what, student? I just want a practice with you. What you can see here on the most superficial layer. Anyone can answer?
Squamous.
Yep, very good, Azhar. Azhar. Okay, so it's squamous. So this is you can see a lot of stratification here, but of course you have to look again. The tips is you have to look at the most superficial one. So this is the stratified squamous epithelium. And can you see any keratin? If you mention about stratification of squamous, you have to mention either it's keratinized or non-keratinized. So is it keratinized? Can you see any keratinization here? What are the characteristics of keratinization, students?
No.
Yes, again,
No
Azakia.
keratin.
Huh?
There's no keratin.
Lost keratin.
Tak ada apa? No.
No nuclei.
No organelle.
Okay,
No
very
nucleus.
good. No nuclei. Okay, no nucleus, no nuclei lah. Nuclei to plural. Okay. So can you see any epithelium with no nucleus? Tak adalah, basically there is no. Okay, most of it got nucleus. Here also got, even you can't see here, it's actually because of it's on that side, so we don't cut through the nucleus. So there is no obvious cell without nucleus. Most of it have nucleus. So this is the stratified squamous non-keratinized. Okay, stratified squamous non-keratinized. Okay. So some area of the larynx, they have the pseudo-stratified, but that is on the inferior surface. I don't think we have here because they cut through. I'm not sure whether we do have. Yeah, we got here. Okay. This is still different. This is different. What you can see here, this is very nice picture of, this is the basal lamina of the pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. Okay. It's not that as easy as you can see inside the diagram. Okay, it's not as easy. But what you can see here, see on the surface, or the surface modification of the simple pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium here. Tadi saya dengar jawapan. What is it? Villi. Very good. Okay. It's villi. Yeah, Zara, you cannot see very clear. When, as usual, inside the microscope, it is like this. Okay. The one that you have to, that's why sometimes I give the method of identification. I'm not sure whether your view is different with me. Can you see this color is a little bit purplish, Zara? Boleh nampak
Yes,
purplish, right? You
yeah,
can
I
see the
can.
difference. Can, huh?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good. Because sometimes in different view, I mean in after I record this, when I look at the view back is little bit different. So I'm afraid your view is a little bit different with me, because some of the when you put inside the WebEx, it appears pinkish all over. So sometimes quite difficult for the student. It's not fair for the student to if I mention you don't understand, then it's not fair for you lah. So if you can see it's more purplish, then it's good lah. Okay. So you can see here it's not very clear the villi. Okay. But you can see very clear here the surface, right? The pinkish color here is totally different. Then you can see like a border here. Okay. The villi, of course, is very small, you can't see, but you can differentiate. So this is the villi. Okay. So this is pseudo-stratified columnar ciliated. Okay, dia panggil ciliated. Okay, this is the villus microvilli on the surface of the columnar epithelium. Or it's known as cilia lah. Okay, sometimes they have few villi. You usually we call it as the cilia. So that's why it's known as pseudo-stratified columnar ciliated. And what about the characteristic of the pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium is actually you can't see clearly the basal lamina. This is basically the basal lamina. So because this is the other cells, these are not epithelium. Okay, this is the basal lamina of the pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium, and you can see the nucleus is not at the same level. Okay, because of the nucleus is not at the same level. Some of it is here, some of it is here, here, here. So you look at it as looks like it is actually stratified columnar. Okay, but it's only, so this is pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. Not all cells, most of the cells, okay, they are actually reaching, they come from the base, but not all cells reach the surface. But of course you can't see clearly the border of each of the cell inside this slide. It's quite difficult. Okay, it's not as easy as in the diagrammatic representation. Okay, and at certain times you have to actually when you are advanced in second year, you have to remember, okay, this organ is actually lined by what, this organ is lined by what. Okay, so that is the way how you remember lah. You have to memorize. Okay, if you are not familiar. Okay, if like me, I don't have to memorize. I think it's already in my brain because I already taught the student for 13 years. Okay, so there is no problem lah. It keeps reminding inside my brain. Okay, I need to stop sharing first because I need to close each of the panel inside my case viewer because I don't want it to be slow after this. Okay, so alright, so I will share back to you. Okay. Next epithelium, you have seen the pseudo-stratified columnar. So we go to stratification. Okay, stratified epithelium. You have seen the stratified squamous epithelium non-keratinized just now. So if you just want to look at the keratinization, we go towards the skin. Where is the skin? Skin. Human simple columnar, simple squamous, simple pseudo-stratified. If you want to look again with pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium, maybe this one is clearer. I can't remember that this slide. It's the same with this one. This one. Yeah, this one is very clear. Can you see? Students, can you all see this slide? Okay, you can see the cilia
Yes.
here. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can.
Okay, good. So you can see the cilia here. These are very a lot of the cytoplasm at the apical surface. Okay, you can see actually all of this nucleus here, even here, it's actually it comes from the basal lamina. Okay, this one. Okay, like just look at this one. It comes from the basal lamina, but okay, but this one, okay, this one comes from the basal lamina, but they actually did not reach the surface. Okay, like this one maybe the epithelium reached the surface. Okay, but because of these characteristic features, the nucleus not at the same level and it's too compact. I think it's because of the the compactness of the cells. It is need to be crumpled inside one space. So it appears looks like it has the stratification, but it's not. So this is very clear pseudo-stratified columnar ciliated epithelium. Okay, where you can see the cell here, the nucleus here, one here. So it's not at the same level. Okay, but if simple columnar just now is the nucleus is at the same level and it's nicely arranged, and this one is not nicely arranged. It's too compact. But of course, it actually comes from the basal lamina, but not all cells reach the surface. Maybe some of the mature one reach the surface. Okay, but it's not maturing. I mean, it's not getting mature all at the same time lah. Even it's actually arise from the same basal lamina. Okay. Please aware some of you might actually sometimes terkeluar exit the went back suddenly because of the line, and they might actually have problems of admitting back. I mean entering back the went back. Okay, we go towards the next is human pseudo stratified. What else do we need to see? Stratified cuboidal, stratified columnar. Yep, stratified columnar. Stratified columnar is inside where in stomach. Stratified columnar. Oh, transitional tak tengok lagi, right? Okay, stratified columnar. Kita tengok transitional dulu lah kot. Wait ah. Banyak simple columnar. Stratified columnar is not much. Where is it? Transitional. I Okay. We got stratified columnar, tapi we don't have the. Oh, sorry. Where is this tissue? I think we should go to submandibular gland. Submaxillary, sublingual, submandibular tak ada. Okay, we go towards the transitional epithelium first lah. Okay, this is the slide of the urethra ke human bladder. Yeah, human bladder. Okay, the outer part is different. Okay, this might be covered by the mesothelium. You go directly to look at the transitional epithelium. You have to look at the internal part of the urinary bladder here. Because of the urine is quite toxic, so you need an epithelium with a very much can stand with the toxic of the urine. So this is this transitional epithelium, which is transitional is actually stratified epithelium lah. Okay, but it is actually, if you look at the surface here, because there is no urine inside, because when you got urine, the urinary bladder will appear, the internal surface will appear bulging lah. Because of we want to prepare the tissue, so to make it fit into the slide, then we have to remove the urine, and you can see the internal surface of the urinary bladder, where it is actually there is stratification, where you can see this is the basal lamina. This is different staining, and that's why you can see it's bluish. It's not eosinophilic. It's not hematoxylin and eosin stain. This is a little different stain. They are actually using a special stain, where you can see the connective tissue. Okay, the connective tissue is very nice in between, and it's in blue color. Okay. Okay, the in between is the blue color of the connective tissue. Then you can see the basal lamina here. Okay, basal lamina of the stratified transitional epithelium. We don't call it as stratified transitional. We just call it as transitional epithelium, because you can see the nucleus is at the base. Nucleus is at the base. Not mature enough. You go towards the more superficial layer, then you can see the nucleus is very big. It just look like the cuboidal, but of course cuboidal cytoplasm is equal at the periphery. But the dome shape of the transitional epithelium is cytoplasm is very large in amount at the periphery. Okay, you can see this bulging here, or sometimes it is very rounded like this one. The cells is also very rounded. This one is also very round, but you can see the border here. Okay, this is known as the umbrella shape. Umbrella shape. Or known as the dome shape. Dome shape. Dome shape like this one lah. This one is umbrella shape. So that is the characteristic features of the transitional epithelium, where transitional epithelium is only present in genitourinary system. Okay, genitourinary system, which includes the urinary bladder, ureter, and some part of urethra. Okay, so ureter is from the kidney. You have the ureter, and then it's followed by the urinary bladder, and then the urethra. So that is the only system that contains the transitional epithelium. Okay, the genitourinary system, this one. Okay, this one. Very nice appearance of the dome shape of the transitional epithelium. Okay, are you okay so far? Can you appreciate so far?
Yeah.
Yes, doctor.
Doctor.
Okay, very good. Yes? Do you have any question? Okay, good. If you don't have any question, we proceed. What other stratified columnar transitional or stratified columnar kita tak jumpa. We go towards the this one is also simple columnar. Stratified columnar is not much inside the body except in submandibular gland lah. Esophagus is also different. Esophagus, some of the part is actually stratified. Squamous, non-keratinized. Some of it simple columnar. Human simple columnar. I didn't show to you the skin, right? Skin is stratified, stratified keratinized, squamous keratinized. Skin plantar. Alright, this is the your skin on your palm. Okay, the skin on the this is very soft. This one is quite hard. Okay, even your sole also very hard surface. That area might contain a lot of the keratin. Okay, keratin. Okay, so the keratin can withstand friction, erosion. Okay, not as erosion from the chemical lah, of course, but still it is very tough structure without nucleus. Then what you can see, what you have to look at, the first thing is the basal lamina of the cell. On the basal layer, the cell doesn't appear flat, the nucleus, so you have to look at the most superficial. Most superficial is here. Of course, if you identify keratin, definitely that is squamous. No other epithelium with keratin except squamous epithelium lah. So at the most superficial here, you can see the nucleus is flattened. This is the characteristic features of the stratified squamous epithelium with keratin. You mention it as the stratified squamous epithelium keratinized. Okay, keratinized. What are the characteristic features of the keratin again? Again, student, what are the characteristic features?
No nuclei.
No
Organelles.
Okay, very good. No nuclei, no organelles. Okay, so there is no clear border in between the cells, which is it's actually contains a lot of what do you know as the keratin now, where there is no more nucleus. You can see a little bit here, but it is almost disappear lah. Okay, so very thick keratin here. This is on the plantar skin of human, where it is on the your foot area, okay? Okay, skin plantar, and so in this area lah. Okay. So if this area you still have keratin, okay, but very small in amount, not as distinct lah. Okay. Anyway, for the skin topic, I don't have to touch in detail because you have another topic of skin in detail. So we just look at one slide here lah for skin. Alright, for others, where is the I was trying to find the sublingual pun tak apalah. Submandibular tak ada sini. This is stratified squamous. So okay, we go towards the sublingual gland. Okay, you can see this is sublingual gland. Okay, sublingual is here, submaxillary is here. What is the difference when you look at the glands? What is the difference in color? Here, this is submaxillary. This is sublingual. Which one is more intense in color? Sublingual ke submaxillary just now?
Lingual.
Sublingual.
Ya, bukan submaxillary. Macam mana nak tengok? Oh, sorry. Okay. There is a slide just now. Tak nampak nombor slide kecil. Submaxillary. Mana satu more intense? This one. This one, the population is less, but the color inside is more intense, kan? If you compare with this one, the color inside is lighter. Okay, so this is already in the topic of the gland lah. Nanti saya tunjuk, I will show to you if I can find this stratified columnar. Okay, we go towards the sublingual gland first. As you compare, you try to compare submaxillary is more intense, sublingual. So which one you guess have mucus type of gland? More mucus?
Lingual.
Sublingual.
More serious? Equal? Okay, we go to, if you, okay, we just go, can I close this? Alright. Okay, so this is sublingual gland, okay? Sublingual is more white in color, right, in between, okay, more white in color, so it might contains a lot of mucus type of gland, okay. Mucus, okay, this is mucus type of gland, okay. Sorry, again, I directly go towards the gland. So in between the gland you have septa, okay, divides the glands. These are the septae which is going towards that divides each of the gland. Okay, then you have the you try to focus inside the gland. In sublingual gland, your salivary glands. Okay, what you can see here is whitish in color. Okay, whitish in color, and this is more on a combination of tubulo-alveolar or tubulo-acina gland. Okay, because of what? You have the serous demilons here. Okay, we focus one by one. Okay, the staining here is very light. This is the mucus gland. Okay, this is mucus gland, and you can see the epithelium here. It is like dia panggil apa? Acina type of acina pula. Apa dia panggil? It is more on towards the epithelium looks like columnar, but it's not columnar lah. It is the acina type of epithelium. Then you can see the nucleus is all at the base. Okay, the nucleus of the this epithelium is at the base, and but it's actually it is actually columnar juga type of epithelium which invaginates and it turns into different function, and then it's known as different name. So you have the apa dia panggil, what is the, this is the lumen of the, or the ductal, the lumen or the duct of the this gland. You can see here very big. That is the characteristic features of the mucus type of gland. Okay, this lumen is very big. Then you can see here it is more on tubular. Okay, you have two shape. One is tubular shape. Another one is
Acina.
okay, very good. Acina. Okay, this is a combination because you have the serous demilon. I show to you later. But this one is tubular. Okay, tubular in shape. It's mucus gland, whitish in color, where it's more lighter lah. Kita tak panggil whitish, it's lighter in color, and they have the nucleus at the base of the cell. Okay, the surface, on the surface you can see the lumen here, the lumen or the not the ductal portion, but the lumen of this gland. Okay, the ductal portion is different. This is still secretory portion. Okay, secretory portion. Okay, so here is actually another cells of serous demilons here, but I want to show to you with more clear appearance. Okay, where you can see the difference. Here is very clear where you can see the difference between this gland. Okay, the mucus gland here, and this is the serous gland. It is just like menempel, is attached to the tubular gland. So this is actually the acina gland. Okay, so because of the combination, it is known as the tubuloacina. Okay, this is truly, if you look at the branching, is very much branched lah. So it is a compound what, student? Compound, anyone?
Tubuloacina.
Yes, compound tubuloacina. Okay, you have to appreciate the ductal portion will be branching, but of course you have to survey the rest of the gland, then you know this is the compound tubuloacina way. Sometimes when you found something, you just focus direct to it. So this is part of the ductal portion, if I'm not mistaken. This is part of the ductal portion. You can see the ductal portion branching, huh? Okay, ductal portion branching. Avoid this one is actually part of the cut section of the inferior part. Huh? So this is part of the ductal portion where you can see it is lined by the simple stratified cuboidal. Okay, it can some part of it simple cuboidal, some part of it stratified cuboidal. Okay, you can see one layer here, another one layer here. So both of the layer of the stratified cuboidal, both of it going to be appear as the rounded nucleus. Okay, rounded nucleus, but it's too compact here, that's why you can't see the layers. Okay, too compact here because of the tissue is very compact, so during preparation sometimes it's overlapping. So this is the stratified cuboidal epithelium. This is part of the ductal portion. Okay, so if you want to look again the serous demilus just now, this is part of the serous demilus where you can see the serous gland is more purplish or dark in color lah. It is intensely stained. Okay, the cytoplasm is intensely stained. Okay, so this is the serous the compound tubuloalveolar gland ataupun dipanggil compound tubuloacina gland, and they got serous demilus at the periphery. So this is another one, serous demilus, very nice, very small group here, very small group here with very big lumen. Okay, this is the a mixture of the mucus and serous gland. Okay, so I'm trying to look at the simple columnar if it's present inside this cut section. What is this? Okay, you have another ductal portion here which is bigger than the one that I showed to you just now. This is most likely the stratified columnar epithelium where you can see it's. Can you see? Okay, boleh nampak eh? You can see two layers. Okay, two layers or more layers. But okay, the base of the ductal portion here is rounded. They have round nucleus, but at the most superficial is columnar in shape. Okay, so this is stratified columnar epithelium. Okay, this is the ductal portion of the sublingual gland lah. So this is these are the very large duct lah. Maybe part of the intercalated duct. Okay. Okay, so it's intralobular duct. Sorry, it's not intra. It's intralobular. This is inside the lobule. Okay, so one lobule. This, if it's inside the lobule, this is known as the intralobular duct. Okay, it's larger than the one that I showed to you just now before this, where that the other duct they have the combination of the cuboidal and also squamous. This one is the stratified columnar lah. I think got cilia too. Okay, little bit of cilia which is not very clear. Right, so this is stratified columnar epithelium. What else do I actually forgot to mention to you? The cytoplasm, this at the periphery here, okay, more pinkish lah in color. Okay. What do we? Okay, this another duct. Yeah, this is also stratified columnar. Very nice. A lot of the columnar cells at the superficial, at the base, they have the cuboidal kan. So this is stratified columnar epithelium. So intralobular duct. Okay. This is different structure lah. This is neuron. Nerve. Okay. We go towards the slide. The sub maxillary gland. Yeah, or here. Yep, here. Okay, this is the submaxillary gland. Okay, look at the feature of the okay, each of these lobule. These are each of the lobule of the submaxillary gland. Try to focus inside the glands. The white color here. This is the fat tissue. Fat tissue. Don't be confused with the gland. This fat tissue. They have. Because of the fat during preparation, the fat excreted, then it left this space with empty space will not be stained. So these are the fat tissue in between the submaxillary gland. Of course, you have the gland here. What is the color of this gland? Anyone want to try to explain what is the color of this gland? Anyone? Students? Ke saya cakap sorang-sorang, yang lain semua ada lagi ke? Ya, 146 students ya. What are these? Yes.
Is it basophilic, Doctor?
Boleh cakap kuat-kuat?
Is it basophilic?
Yeah, good. It's basophilic kind. Okay, basophilic state. Okay, and it intensely basophilic. Okay, then what are the characteristics of the serous gland? This is the serous type of gland lah, where it's more basophilic in color. The rest of the epithelium, the rest of the epithelium inside the acinar epithelium here is totally intensely stained, the cytoplasm. Okay, what you can see, can you find any lumen inside? Any lumen inside the gland? Like just now, mucus is very clear, big lumen. Can you inside the secretory portion? Can you see any lumen?
No.
No, Doctor.
No, Doctor.
no lah. Okay, actually have lumen, but very small. But you can't see lah. Okay, you cannot appreciate the lumen where the lumen is very very small. Okay. So the nucleus you can see appears rounded at the base of the epithelium of the gland. Okay, but you can't see the lumen. So this is serous type of gland. But you can see a little bit of mucus here, but it's not dominant lah. It is dominated by all the serous gland inside the submaxillary gland. Okay, and these are the ductal portion. Ductal portion. This is the ductal portion where it's actually branching. It is actually branching, but you can't. We can't cut through the rest of the branch, so we cut through part of the branch of the ductal portion. Okay, why I mentioned this is ductal portion? You can see very large lumen inside the ductal portion. So this is intralobular or striated ducts where you can see the epithelium here is cuboidal type, simple. This simple cuboidal lah, if I'm not mistaken, or this stratified cuboidal. I'm not really sure because it is overlapping here. Okay. For exam, sometimes we are trying to help students by giving the one that with clear appearance. This one is most likely stratification of the cuboidal epithelium, where you can see the lumen of the ductal portion. Okay, what else? These are the interlobular duct. Interlobular duct is actually in between the lobules of the lobes of the gland. I think you have another, don't worry about the lobule, the intralobular intercalated duct. That is going to be learned in detail inside the gastrointestinal system. The one that you have to remember now is the type of glands. Okay, either is compound or is simple type of gland. Okay, this one is the interlobular duct, where it is stratified. This is stratified cuboidal lah. You have one cuboid here, one cuboid here. Okay, so the most superficial is cuboidal epithelium. So these two layers of cuboidal epithelium. This is stratified cuboidal epithelium. Okay, this is the ductal portion of the submaxillary gland. So these are the secretory portion. So I have already explained the secretory portion. This the serous gland. How the other slide just now is the mucus type of gland. Mixed sublingual just now is a mixture of serous and mucus. Okay. I don't have this we have sublingual and submaxillary, but I don't have this mandibular gland. But if we go, what else that I actually didn't actually show it to you? Scalp. What is inside the scalp? Scalp is more towards on the skin lecture, but I just want to show to you another glands. Do we have this gland here? No, I don't think we have. This is just hair follicles. Nope. Okay, it's not here. Okay, just if you're interested to look into the stomach. Sorry lah, laju sikit if I am too fast, yes, please slow me down. Hopefully it's not too fast lah. So okay, this is the slide of the stomach, pyloric part of the human, where you can see the epithelium. Okay, this very nice epithelium, and inside the GIT system, gastrointestinal system, histology, actually the hardest histology is inside the gastrointestinal system because your stomach, your gastrointestinal system is very complicated. The layers of the epithelium, because it's actually a function. They have different function, either to secrete the hydrochloric acid, either to it's going to absorb a few function. But that is you are going to learn inside the gastrointestinal system. What you have to focus now is only the type of epithelium inside the stomach. Very nice. Can you see? Very nice appearance of the simple columnar epithelium. Okay, simple columnar epithelium. All the nucleus is at the same level. This is the basal lamina. Okay, basal lamina. This is the apical portion where they have a lot of cytoplasm. Okay, they have cilia, very small but not very clear lah. Okay, but you can see even it's a little bit blur, but you can still appreciate the nucleus, which is basophilic in stain, and you can see the cytoplasm, which is eosinophilic in stain, where it's abundant at the apical portion. Okay, so this is the basal lamina of this simple columnar epithelium. Okay, it's not pseudostratified, it is not stratified, because you only have one layer here of the simple columnar epithelium nucleus, or one layer of the nucleus. Okay, so these are imagination of the epithelium. We know, you have to know, it is known as the glands. Okay, so there is invagination of this epithelium inside the stomach and most of the GIT system. This is invaginated inside and it is forming this simple tubular gland. Okay, this is simple tubular gland that is present inside the stomach because inside this gland there are few types of cell that is able, they have certain functions. Some of it protects the stomach against acidity. Some of it secretes the acid hydrochloric for the digestion of the food. Okay, so it's complicated, but they have glands. Okay, invagination of this epithelium towards inside is known as the glands. So the stomach of the pyloric glands is a type of simple tubular gland. Okay, simple tubular gland. Okay, this is another one, simple tubular gland. It's tubule. Okay, so stomach, they don't have the ductal portion because the rest of the gland and the rest of the epithelium have their own function to secrete mucus or to secrete whatever product that you may learn inside the gastrointestinal system. So this is the simple tubular glands. Okay, it's sometimes until this area, but actually it's very deep inside. Okay, it's just that because of the arrangement, you don't cut through the rest of the glands until this area. Okay, so this is simple tubular gland. Okay, what else that I missed? What else that we can show to you? Rasanya dah habis dah semua. All the rest I have shown to you. What we can see clearly here, these are the Stratified duct, Columnar duct, Cuboidal duct. Tak ada lah kot?
Doctor,
Yep. Yes.
can I see back the submaxillary gland? Because I don't understand it.
Submaxillary gland, okay?
Yes, doctor.
No problem. This one.
Yes,
Submaxillary.
doctor. So,
Okay, yeah.
so doctor, actually how we can identify the tubular acina, the acina gland?
Tubular?
Like the tubular gland or the acina gland or the tubular acina gland, how we need
Okay,
to
sorry,
identify it?
cacat tadi. This is Acina gland. Siapa bercakap ni? Who's talking now?
Mio.
Yeah, okay. This is Acina type of gland. Lupa nak mention. Okay, sorry. This is Acina type of gland because you can see its shapes is like the grapes. Each of the shape of the glands is like grapes. So this is compound. Saya dah cakap this compound tu belum letak kan? This is compound Acina. Okay, compound Acina type of the glands. Acina gland. Okay? This is all the Acina gland. That's why you can't see the tubular structure here. You can't see the lumen because it's Acina. So because when Acina dia bentuk globes, okay, macam anggur, okay, the grapes, globes. So shape is like globes. So the lumen is very small. You can't see the lumen. Dia macam tersepit, okay. It is crumpled inside. So this is the Acina type of gland.
Oh, acina.
Yeah, this is Acina type. That is the one I forgot to mention to you. Okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Oh,
So you can see all the globes is rounded. There is no tubular structure. Okay? So sometimes maybe the one that I showed to you just now, ada satu tapi it's not that dominant. So just ignore like this one, just ignore that. Okay? But 90, you can consider as 90% of this population of the glands are the Acina
okay.
and serous type. Okay?
So we cannot see the lumen because the lumen being close by the acina gland, doctor?
Yeah. They have the lumen, but the lumen is very small lah. Because
Oh,
it's
okay.
too compact. Okay? Sebab kalau
Okay.
tubular dia panjang. Can you see my video because I can't see my video? Can you see my video?
The slide, doctor?
Bukan. You boleh nampak saya punya muka tak?
Oh, boleh.
Saya tak ada kat sini, mana tahu. Saya pergi, this is acina, okay, this is
Ah,
kalau the one previously it is sublingual gland, they have the tubular component. Acina, because this type is the compound acina, so
ah.
the lumen is too small. You can't see the lumen. But the one that just now I showed you sublingual, the sublingual, it is a combination of serous and tubular. Acina and tubular gland. Mana tadi? Sorry. Okay, like sublingual ni, okay. Okay, sublingual, you can see the acina is actually outer acina. The serous amylons or the acina gland is at the outer part, very compact in between all these tubular glands lah. So dia panggil it is like this. This acina is like this, and the tubular is like this. But the tubular is more, so the acina is just forming like apa dia panggil dia panggil demilus demilus. What is meant by demilus is like bulan sabit tu kan.
Oh.
Yeah, it's known as luns tu luna the moon kan, luna, but demilus is half of the moon lah. Okay, so that's why dia panggil demiluns. Okay, looks like the lunar moon. Okay. Semi. Wow, that is why it's named as serous demilus. Okay.
So doctor, serous demilons is the pinkish one, isn't it?
Okay, you see as pinkish, is it?
Yes, I see it as pinkish.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Because your view is different, that's why I mentioned to you just now.
Okay.
Inside my laptop is now more purplish lah. Okay. But this one, yes, this is serous demilus. Okay, it appears like luna, so that's why it's named as demilus, and because the color is serous color, is known as serous demilus. So this is the tubular component. This is the serous component or the acina component. So these then are the compound tubular acina. Sometimes we call it compound tubular alveolar.
Tubular alveolar. Oh, okay.
Sama, okay, sama. That's the same. But if you don't just want to follow my lecture, then it's compound tubular acina.
Okay.
Okay.
Doctor, so the tubular part is the white one, right?
Yes, the tubular part is the white one. This one is acina.
Okay.
As simple as in the diagrammatic representation. Sebab kalau dalam line diagram, it's very easy for you to understand.
Betul.
They just want to make you, for you too easy to understand it. Okay, that is under your view mapping inside the brain, but of course the real one is not as simple as that. I have already stressed out inside my lecture yesterday. But it's okay kan? Now you understand, huh?
Boleh lah. Okay lah,
Gland is
doctor.
not as simple as the simple epithelium, but still okay. You have to just remember these two slides for the time being.
The sublingual and
Yeah, submaxillary gland.
submaxillary. Okay.
We have another submandibular, which is totally mucus type of gland, but just about the same with this, except they don't have the serous demilons. Okay.
Oh, just tubular.
Yeah, tubular only. They don't have this mixture of the serous demilons.
The bulan sabit.
Betul.
Okay.
Tak ada acina gland. It's just completely tubular. Okay, but it look like this too. Okay, it looks like this too. It's just that they don't have this component lah. Alright?
Okay. Alright. Thank you, doctor.
Okay, welcome. So do we have any more questions? I think I don't have any more to teach you. Transitional dah tengok, pseudo-stratified dah tengok. There's no more epithelium. These are the other structures that is in that will be learned inside the other blocks. Okay. You have actually we have hundred over slides. Okay. So if you don't have any more questions,
Doctor,
yeah,
the one that you show us the glands just now is exocrine gland, right?
yeah,
How
totally
about
exocrine. You are not going.
endocrine gland?
You are not going to learn endocrine in this block.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to look at endocrine gland, can. I don't have problem. Just in case if you want to look at it, this is thyroid gland, okay? It's different. They don't have any ductal portion because it's absorbed through the blood vessels. These are the glands. Of course, it's totally different. Okay, it's totally different because they are a clump of cells with a lot of these are the thyroid follicles. So I don't want to teach you now because I am afraid you are going to confuse with the exocrine glands. The characteristic features is totally different because the endocrine gland is secreting the hormones. Okay, hormones inside your body is actually they have no ducts because if they have ducts, they cannot control the secretion of the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is producing the T3 and T4 thyroxine hormones to increase your heart rate in case you have stress. It is going to increase that so that you can withstand stress or you can withstand some emotional factors or so whatever. So of course they don't have ducts. The secretion will be secreted through the other mechanism through the blood. Okay, it is will be secreted in a minute form where it can control the rest of the body. So this thyroid gland also, like T3 and T4 or thyroxine cannot be too high inside your body. It can cause a disease lah. Okay, that is totally different. That is under endocrine. I'm not going to teach you today. That is another. Each of the lecture of the glands, they have maybe two endocrine glands 1 hour. But histology, of course, they clump into one lecture lah. Okay, this is different. The characteristic features of the epithelium of the thyroid gland is sometimes cuboidal, sometimes it changes to the columnar. It depends on the activity of the thyroid glands. Okay, these are the thyroid glands. It's just for your interest to look at. You have other types of gland like adrenal gland. Okay, that is different, totally different. Kalau nak tengok, it's just for your interest lah. These are the adrenal glands lah. The rest of the organ are the glands. Okay, the adrenal glands is quite big, so they have different layers. This is complicated. It's not as simple as the submedullary and sublingual gland. So I don't want to teach you this one. Nanti you confused. So just remember the exocrine glands only for this time being. Okay? Who's talking to me just now?
Yes, Doctor. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Alright, so different, totally different. I'm not going to teach you because they have 3 layers here, zona fasciculata, reticularis, and another zone here. So these are the endocrine glands. Okay, this one secretes adrenaline and steroids hormone too. That is different. Alright, I think that's all from me. If you have any question, you can ask now before I unshare the slides. So if any one of you want to look at the slides again, then just inform me lah. Okay, I will